The first few years of a child's life is critical when it comes to overall well-being. Sometimes providing a child's education, health and nutrition needs, and social and emotional development can be financially way out of reach. That is where Child Parent Center has stepped in to change that. Erin Lyons, the Chief Executive Officer, and Eleanor Dragmeyer, the Board Vice President, both here to tell us how families can really take advantage of what they have to offer. Great to have both of you here. So let's start off with what Child Parent Centers do.
Great. Well, thank you so much. We're really happy to be here and appreciate the opportunity to talk about what we do in our agency. So Child Parent Centers is a nonprofit agency in Southern Arizona, and the basic gist of what we do is we provide early childhood education services. We do that in 5 counties in Southern Arizona, and those include Cochise, Graham, Greenlee, Pima, and Santa Cruz. We implement the Head Start program, and so we work with pregnant women and then young children from birth up until age 5 or whenever it is that they enter kindergarten. And the primary service that we provide is classroom, so preschool classroom settings is really what we do. And the final piece really to share about that is the importance and the why we do that. I find that many people are surprised to learn that actually 90% of a child's brain develops by the time he or she turns 5. And so that makes the early years and the early experiences, both at home and in a school setting, absolutely critical for then laying the foundation for the rest of that child's life.
Right.
So that's the importance of the work that we do.
And there's so many challenges for parents right now. I mean, most families are dual income, you know, both mother and father have to work. Some are single mothers, and you mentioned that one woman was pregnant who you saw. Talk about some of the families you meet and how they really benefit from this program.
You know, I'm going to let Erin, because she works more directly with the families, answer that particular question.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're fortunate in that we work with obviously the children, but then also the families. So we have many stories about the positive benefits of children specifically, and then also with parents. But I will share, so from the parent perspective, we had a mother whose children were enrolled in the program. She had 3 children who'd gone through, and they were young. Tragically, the family was in a car accident, and one of her daughters was killed in the accident. Understandably, she was grief-stricken and really turned to the staff at the center where her other 2 children had been attending, leaned on them for support and direction, guidance around grief counseling and other resources for the family. It turned out that she actually happened to be pregnant at that time.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, the pregnancy, you know, was healthy, and then eventually that child also enrolled in the program. So the participation in the program helped the mom. She started volunteering in this center and became more and more comfortable in the center, in the classroom setting, and then eventually talked with the staff about becoming an employee. So she went through a process, she got the qualifications that she needed to, and she became a co-teacher.
She became part of this community, this life that you have. What are some of the services that you provide that people may not know of or may be surprised about?
Well, I think one of the biggest surprises I've encountered is that most people are familiar with Head Start. It's a federally funded program. It's available in all the states, and so they hear about Head Start. But what they don't understand is that Child Parent Centers is the provider for those services in the Southern Arizona. And Erin mentioned the 5 counties. It's one of the largest nonprofits. It employs over 560 employees. Most of those are teachers or co-teachers, people working directly with the children. In addition, this has been around, the Child Parent Centers has been around for over 50 years. It was incorporated in 1967. It started serving less than 100 children, and now we are serving more than 3,000 across the 5 counties.
Wow, I didn't know about that. I think a lot of people weren't aware about that. So why is Head Start so important?
Well, it's for a variety of reasons. I think, as Eleanor mentioned, so it's a federal program. So it's federally funded. Our grant comes directly from the Department of Health and Human Services. There's a Head Start program in every state in the country. It's long-standing. It's been around since 1965. And the thing that's really important is that it's comprehensive in the services it provides. That means it really focuses on 3 aspects of early childhood. We've got the early learning, so the school readiness for the child, and then we also focus on the health and nutrition of the child, and then the family engagement component. And there's such a belief and a foundation in that you have to have all 3 of those pillars or those legs of the stool to effectively create change that's going to be sustainable.
Well, and you really are the bridge. You know, you bridge that gap between what kids need at school, the support that they need at home, and you become part of their family. Thank you so much for being with us. And for people watching at home, they can get in touch with you if they'd like to be part of it.
Wonderful.
Thank you again. If you'd like more information on Child Parent Centers, you can check them out at childparentcenters.org on Facebook, or you can call them at 520-882-0100.